is an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower. And emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder and go higher. We need your energy. So get up, get loud. Every clap, every cheer.
This is your house.
This is your moment. We can feel it.
We can hear you.
Des Moines, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready for Monster Jam?
Des Moines! This is Monster Jam!
Des Moines, Iowa, welcome to Monster Jam. It's time for the first competition of today's event. It's time for JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been bracketed based on a random draw, and now they're going to race it out on the track to see which 4 move on to the semifinals. Des Moines, I know Casey's center's ready. But Monster Jammers, who's ready for JCB Racing?
Coming up first, all the way from Cadillac, Michigan, give a loud, warm welcome to Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. And it's our Daredevil Diva all the way from down in Sarasota, Florida. Make some noise for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. This is now the 5th meeting between both of these drivers right now, with Jurassic Attack at 4-0 against Megalodon. Either the dinosaur will continue to dominate, or the wild shark will bridge the gap between the two. Who will it be? As they approach the starting line, waiting for all 4 amber lights. Let's go racing! What a way to kick off the JCB Racing competition. Exciting first pass. I've just been given word that Jurassic Attack will be moving on to the semifinal round because unfortunately Megalodon did not finish. There you see it on the super glued to the action replay, rolling over at the start of that race pass because as we said earlier, the track is quite slick. Keep in mind, it rained a couple of days ago, so the entire JCB Dirt Squad had to make sure they went ahead and added sand on top of this dirt to keep it from being slick. But of course, keep in mind that over time, with the wind blowing, the fans blowing inside for the air quality, sometimes the sand blows away. So that's probably why Megalodon did a roll over. And there you see it, Jurassic Attack just hitting the side of that pod. He is our first semifinalist. Moving on. There you see it up on the video board, the animation from earlier. This is how the race is supposed to go for JCB Racing. Both start at the same time and go around 2 revolutions just about. And we would have seen all of them across the finish line had that rollover not taken place, but we'll see in just a moment. Coming up next for the second pair of the JCB Racing competition, we'll see Monster Mutt Dalmatian versus Gravedigger. Only one will win and move on to face off Jurassic Attack in the semifinals. Monster Jam fans, nonetheless, I need everybody to please show some love to Angelina Knock in Megalodon. I know that's not quite how she wanted things to go for the first race pass. She's gonna head to the pits to make sure that truck is performance ready for the next 2 competitions. Our pit reporter, Jack Farmer, will make sure she is great up and running. We'll check in with her crew chief, Levi, in the back in just a bit. All right, Des Moines, Iowa, are you ready to see some JCB Racing? I can't hear you. Who's ready to see some more of the JCB Racing competition? Looks like the puppy dog is excited to come on out to the track to face off that black and green wrecking machine. First up, all the way from Williamsport, Maryland, it's Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, let's hear it for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. This is now the 24th meeting between both of these drivers right now, with Monster Mutt Dalmatian at 17-6 against Gravedigger. Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. That last race pass was too close to call. Keep in mind, Blake Granger is our 2025 Arena Racer of the Year, showing exactly how fast he is behind the wheel. But it looks like your winner is Gravedigger. That's right, Matt Cody and Gravedigger is bridging the gap between himself and Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and now at 7 race win passes against that puppy dog. The black and green wrecking machine will be moving on to face off Jurassic Attack. Next up from Whittier, California, make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. And his opponent ready to shake up the competition, get loud for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. This is the 19th meeting between both of these drivers right now, with Earthshaker at 12-6 against El Toro Loco. We'll see if the dump truck will continue to win or if that crazy bull will take it home. Your winner is El Toro Loco. That's right. Now Alex Barden and Earthshaker is only at 12-7 against Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. The Crazy Bull is moving on to the semifinal round. Our last matchup of round one in the JCB Racing competition. First up from Oak Harbor, Washington, make some noise for Carson Williams. And his opponent from Huntington, West Virginia, in his rookie season, get loud for Cliff Turner. Thunderosaurus and Velociraptor Team Dinosaurs will be competing in just a moment. There on the track, you saw one of our USHRA tech officials making sure the turn pole is up and ready for both of these Monster Jam trucks. Only one will win. This is the 7th meeting between both of them. And it looks like they're going to have to restage at the starting line. Keep in mind, both of those front two BKT tires must be right on the starting line as they wait for all 4 amber lights to take off. Looks like we've got them. Let's go racing! Your winner is Thunderosaurus. At first, going into this race, both of these Monster Jam trucks were neck and neck with 3-3 race passes, but it looks like Thunderosaurus has broken the tie, now at 4-3 against Velociraptor, so he will be moving on. Wow, a very exciting round one of the JCB Racing competition. Take a look up at the video board. First up in round one, we had Megalodon versus Jurassic Attack. And unfortunately, due to that initial rollover from Megalodon, Jurassic Attack has automatically moved on to the semifinal round. Next up, Monster Mutt Dalmatian versus Gravedigger. But the black and green wrecking machine proved to be faster. He will be going up against Jurassic Attack in the semifinals. Then Earthshaker versus El Toro Loco, but the Crazy Bull has now surpassed the dump truck. And last but not least, we saw that unfortunately both of these Monster Jam trucks would have received a disqualification, but because Thunderosaurus crossed the finish line first, he will be moving on to face off El Toro Loco. Keep in mind that a DQ is given anytime the gray turn pole is smashed or even pushed out of bounds during JCB Racing.
Monster Jam fans, it's now time for the JCB Racing semifinals. The 4 fastest trucks are all going to battle it out to see which 2 move on to the finals and get to fight it out for the first 8 points of today's event. I know Section 320's ready, but Casey Center, who's ready for more JCB Racing?
First matchup of the semifinal racing competition, it's Gravedigger versus Jurassic Attack. This is their 12th meeting this season right now, with Gravedigger at 9-2 against Jurassic Attack. right, the black and green wrecking machine is now at 10-2 against the 3D dinosaur. So Matt Cody will be moving on to the final round. We've got one finalist, we need one more. Last matchup of the semifinal round of the JCB Racing competition. It's El Toro Loco versus Thunder Roris. This is now the 14th meeting between both of these drivers. So far, El Toro Loco has been undefeated against that Apex Predator. Your winner is El Toro Loco. Now at 14-0 against Thunder Roris, he will be moving on to the final round to face off Gravedigger.
It is now time for the JCB Racing Finals. The two fastest trucks in Arena Championship Series West are now going to race to see which one will be the JCB Racing champion and get the first 8 points of today's event. Casey Center, Des Moines, Iowa, Monster Jam fans, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing finalists?
Once again, the black and green wrecking machine all the way from Williamsport, Maryland, Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And his opponent celebrating 25 years since the debut of that crazy bull from Whittier, California, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Both of these drivers are ready to kick things off. This is now the 10th meeting between both of them right now, with El Toro Loco at 7-2 against Gravedigger. We'll see in a moment who will take it home. Monster Jam fans, I think that might be the closest race pass we've seen all weekend. Keep in mind that Matt Cody has been working very hard in the JCB Racing competition to try to get over that finish line first. And it looks like he did! Your winner, Gravedigger! That's right, Matt Cody has broken Armando Castro's streak in the JCB Racing competition. Up until right now, that crazy bull was undefeated, but the black and green wrecking machine proved to be a bit faster. It looks like Matt Cody, a veteran in the sport, the longest veteran on the series, has mastered this Monster Jam track. We've been calling it a tricky track because it's tacky. These tires are getting stuck, but he made it look easy. Now taking home the 7th JCB Racing competition win of the season. One more time, Des Moines, from Matt Cody, Grave Digger.
Matt Cody, Armando Castro has been dominating JCB racing this weekend, but you said, nah, combo breaker, I'm winning Sunday. How you feel?
I feel amazing. Just like you said, I couldn't let him have all the fun here in Iowa. He was 2 for 2 so far. Couldn't let him get that third one. But anytime you line up against Armando, man, I've been around him for many years. I was with him in his rookie season. I've seen him climb the ladder, progress every year. And, man, he's a top-notch driver. So when you line up against him, you got to have your game on. It was a little tacky out here compared to the last two, or yesterday's event, the last two events. We had more sand in the turns. We were able to really throw them around and drift and put those BKT tires to the dirt. But it's Sunday. You guys were walking on it during pit party, and it really packed it in. Made it really tacky out here, so you had to really two-step it, I like to say, in the turns and just lay the pedal down in the straightaway, and we came out on top. I'll take them 8 points. Right, Jack?
Oh, any day of the week, right? But you talk about points. We got more points coming later on in the event. Two-wheel skills is coming up next, and you're always a risk taker there. What do you got for us?
Yeah, that's where I'm still progressing, But we come out and we do the Gravedigger thing. It doesn't matter if I can get them on the front tires or the back tires, or if I'm on the side tires spinning, crashing. I'm here to put on a great event for you guys. And you guys get to be the judges this time. Judgeszone.com. Get on there. Put in the code. You guys get to judge for what you guys want to see. So if you see something cool, man, swipe that BKT tire all the way to the top. If we're not doing too good, man, not quite a 0, but show us some love. So we're going to come out here. We're going to show you up on the front tires, the back tires, the side tires, whatever we can do to get you guys out of your seats. So one more question, Des Moines. Are you guys having fun at Monster Jam? Get loud for me.
Matt Cody, Gravedigger.
All right, Monster Jam fans, you've seen all of their favorite maneuvers, and now it's time for you to help me kick off the next competition, the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. So follow along after me and clap your hands. First attempt from Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and there was a combination right out of the gate. We saw a little bit of wheelie action and a slap wheelie to conclude his first maneuver. He still has one more remaining.
Scoring is now open. Scan the code, go to judgeszone.com. Use the city code DES for Des Moines and slide that BKT tire up or down to lock in those scores. And then I want to hear you get loud for Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
That's right. This is your very first opportunity to score at judgeszone.com. Keep in mind that Blake Granger just demonstrated 2 perfectly executed combinations during the 2-wheel skills challenge. The last one in particular was what we like to call a moonwalk, which means he walked that puppy dog backwards across the pod on the nose. But was that enough for a high score at judgeszone.com? The score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is, we've got a great score right out of the gate, 8.734. That is your score to beat. One more time for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. There you see the replay up on the video board. First a stoppie into a moonwalk, just plummeting that nose of the puppy dog into the dirt as he maintains control on those front 2 BKT tires. But we're gonna keep things rolling along on the track. Coming up next, we've got Alex Barden, Earthshaker.
Scoring is now open, Des Moines. I need you all to scan that code, lock it in, and get real loud for Alex Barden in Earthshaker.
That's right, Monster Jam fans. Alex Barden has been demonstrating how technically skilled he is behind the wheel of a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. He's been showing off every time he comes out here. And something else that he likes to talk about is that he turns wrenches on his Monster Jam truck as well. Not to mention, he has earned the right to call himself one of the fastest on Arena Championship Series West. But was all of that enough to impress you at judgeszone.com? Let's see what you gave him. 5.454. One more time for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. There you see it up on the video board, going into a stoppie and then moonwalking as well over and across the pod until he made it to those back 2 BKT tires, landing on all 4s. Coming up next, also again, keeping it with Team Dinosaur, we've got the man from Huntington, West Virginia on his rookie season. Please put your hands together for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. First attempt from Velociraptor was a popper. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is now open after that sky wheelie. I want you to scan that code. I want you to lock them in, and I want you to get real loud for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
Once again, Cliff Turner on his rookie season, but he's taking it back old school with some of the maneuvers he attempts. That second one was a sky wheelie, which is essentially where you want to get that 12,000 Monster Jam truck, where it's as vertical as possible and as high up in the arena as possible. Perfect perpendicular precision from that Monster Jam truck. But was it enough for a high score? Enough for third place, 4.944. Score to beat still belongs to Monster Dalmatian. But make some noise one more time for Velociraptor. Coming up next, we've got the man who took home the JCB Racing competition. Get loud for Matt Cody, Grave Digger. First attempt from Grave Digger. There you saw it, him balancing on those front two BKT tires. The longest balance that we've seen so far this afternoon, and a little bit of nose wheelie action forward. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Combo! Des Moines, Iowa. Scan that code, lock it in, and then you know what to do for that black and green wrecking machine. Give it up for Matt Cody in Grave Digger.
That is right. Matt Cody just demonstrated why he's earned a seat behind the wheel of the black and green wrecking machine. Has been in the business for over 40 years, and he is a veteran of the sport. Very excited once again to be back in Des Moines. He hasn't been here for quite some time, but he's doing well, and he's motioning with his hands to tell you to get that score in at judgeszone.com. Looks like scores are locked, and the score for Grave Digger is enough for second place, 8.695. One more time for Grave Digger. Monster Jam fans, keep in mind, if you're not liking the scores that you're seeing, the power's in your hands on those smartphones, go on over to judgeszone.com and make sure you're hitting that submit button after you select that score so that it qualifies for that competitor. And coming up next, we have another competitor who actually has something they'd like to say. fans, what an incredible combination we just saw from that crazy bull. Making sure he went up on those front 2 BKT tires and moonwalked backwards across the pod. That crazy bull still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is open, Des Moines. Give it up for the smoky snouted steer. Let's hear it for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Armando Castro is very good at attempting a maneuver the first time and then doing his best to try to upscale himself the second. Repetitive maneuvers are really interesting to see because there's always a way to make it more exciting, whether you stay still or lean side to side, or as he decided to do, he used the special effects on that Monster Jam truck and literally blew smoke out of the nose of that crazy bull right onto the track. But was it enough? Current score to beat belongs to Monster Dalmatian with an 8.734. And the score for El Toro Loco is enough for second place as well, 8.700. One more time for El Toro Loco. Check out the replay up on the video board. Easing into the first maneuver, a stoppie, quite easily and effortlessly as he made sure those front 2 BKT tires moved up and across the pod. And there you see it coming down pretty hard on the nose of that fiberglass body. Up next, we have another dinosaur. Please help me welcome once again Carson Williams, Thunder Roaris.
Scoring is open. Big air from that big dinosaur. Everyone, let me hear you roar for Carson Williams in Thunder Roaris.
I'm sure Carson Williams is a bit bummed out because he wasn't able to complete his second maneuver. Unfortunately, we're getting word from the pits that he's going to have to go back out and make sure that Monster Jam truck is up and ready to continue the event. Some issues are happening. We'll check in with Jack Farmer, our pit reporter, in just a bit. But nonetheless, that first maneuver was a sky wheelie. Hopefully, we get to see it up on the video board again in just a bit. Carson Williams is known for his big air. But was that enough to impress you, the fans, at judgeszone.com? The score looks like it's enough for fourth place, 6.088. One more time for Thunder Roaris. There you see it once again. Check it out. Picture perfect verticality in that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck as he soared upward in the Casey Center. Carson Williams has been demonstrating more and more improvement throughout his trajectory this season on the series. And if you look even closer, that Monster Jam truck is perpendicular to the track. Typically, it's parallel, flat against the track. And to be honest with you, a lot of these drivers say driving a Monster Jam truck is pretty difficult, but then executing a two-wheel skill is even more challenging. But Carson Williams does make it look easy. Take a look up at the video board. So far, the only drivers to have crossed that 8-point threshold are Monster Dalmatian, El Toro Loco, and Gravedigger. It was a really close call between El Toro Loco and Gravedigger for that second place spot. We'll see in just a bit with our final two Monster Jam trucks who is going to take home the two-wheel skills challenge win. All right, Des Moines, Iowa, we've got two more Monster Jam trucks. Make some noise if you're ready to see some more high-flying action. Looks like he's coming out in just a moment. Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Let's hear it for him, Monster Jam fans. You're not going to want to miss this. This Monster Jam driver has earned the nickname Timmy Two-Wheel. We're going to see him execute something pretty cool, so keep your eyes out on the track. First attempt, a combination for the dinosaur. Monster Jam fans, he still has one more attempt remaining. Make sure you keep looking on at that dinosaur because you never know what he's gonna do. Scoring is open now at judgeszone.com. Make some noise for Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Now that second maneuver, I'm going to explain, but make sure you get that score in right now at judgeszone.com. Second maneuver that we just saw was what we like to call a tombstone. He was going for a maneuver that I've actually never seen him do, and as far as I know, he's the only driver on this series that has attempted it so far this weekend. Essentially, you get those back two BKT tires to move up the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp so that you land on those front two BKT tires, and he managed to do it, but he came down a little too soon. Nonetheless, still qualifies for that score at judgeszone.com. Let's take a look and see what you gave him. Enough for fourth place, 8.038. One more time for Tim Hall Jr. Des Moines, Iowa, we still has one more competitor left for the two-wheel skills challenge. I need everybody to please put your hands together and show off those shark arms for our Daredevil Diva, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. waving those BKT shark fins at you fans. Make sure you wave back. Angelina Knock is showing off here in Des Moines, Iowa. Making it look easy, going into a stoppie, then moonwalking up the pod and flipping back to those back two BKT tires. Angelina Knox still has one more attempt remaining. Monster Jam fans, let's hype her up! Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Angelina Knock, I don't know what in the world you have for lunch, but you just showed off. Not only did you show big air and perfect verticality in that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, you landed on all fours and made it look easy. And in that first attempt, we saw a combination where you were just straight up chilling in that Monster Jam truck, really making sure you are controlled behind the wheel. There she is on the track. Excited about that last run. But you, the fans, are the ones who determine what the score is at judgeszone.com. We'll see in a moment as scores tabulate right now. Make sure you get it in. Make sure you get it in. I've just gotten word that scores are now locked. Current score to beat for this entire time has been with Monster Dalmatian, our first competitor out, with an 8.734. And the score for Megalodon is which means, look at that, she is in tears, 9.339. She is taking home the two-wheel skills challenge for the first time this season. She can't even hold it together. Monster Jam fans will have the opportunity to hear from Angelina Knock in just a moment, but I've got to let you in on some insight. Angelina was talking to me, and she was a little bit nervous because she wanted to make sure she did a great job this season, and also for you Iowa fans, she was a little bummed out yesterday because she had some truck issues that were happening, but right here, right now, just showed why she's on Arena Championship Series West, why she's piloting the Crazy Shark, and why she just took home the two-wheel skills challenge. There are her teammates, competitors, throwing water at her, celebrating for her. Des Moines, Iowa, please put your hands together one more time for Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
You know, coming into an event like this, there's always the favorites, but Angelina Knock, you showed everyone today that it's truly anything can happen at Monster Jam. How you feeling after your first ever two-wheel skills win?
Man, as you can see, I'm emotional. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I did not see that one coming at all. I had a rough start, as you guys saw, but you know what? Just shows never give up. I wasn't gonna let that put me down today. I wanted to keep fighting. I just can't tell you guys how long it has taken me to get to this point. It's taken me a long time, and I couldn't do it without the help from everyone on Arena Series West. All the boys that I've been on tour with, they've been absolutely incredible, pumping me up, keeping my confidence high, and you know, it just means like, keep all the good people around you, surround yourself with the people that love you, and yeah, it shows that keep working hard and good moments do come.
You know, you mentioned you had a rough start, but you came in strong for two-wheel skills. We still got freestyle. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. What do you got for this crowd here in Des Moines, Iowa?
Man, I'm gonna ride this wave. It's been absolutely fun. You know what? I'm gonna keep that momentum going. Ready to have some fun. How about you guys? You guys ready for some more fun, Iowa? Let me hear ya!
One more time, let's hear it for Angelina Knock in Megalodon.
All right, Monster Jam fans, special treat coming up as I promised. Please help me welcome our 4 freestyle motocross riders. We got Taylor Eddins in the house, Billy Wilson, Dean Pate, and Cody Elkins. If you want to see them fly high from one side of the arena to the other, let me hear you get loud.
Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the superstars of FMX to take to the skies. Let's hear it for Taylor Eddins. Give it up for Billy Wilson. Let's hear it for Dean Pate. And of course, Cody Elkins. Now folks, we have a rule. The louder you get, the higher they fly. That's right, Des Moines. We need you to get as loud as you can. As we give it up for the superstars of FMX, let's see what they do next. Let me hear you get loud, Casey Center. Let's give it up. What will we see next from these superstars? Backflip. We got backflips, folks. Des Moines, you having fun? Des Moines, you ready to kick it up a notch? I'm glad you are, because we are about to kick it up a notch. We're about to send these 4 FMX superstars to the ramp so they can show us their very best trick. And then you are going to score them using judgeszone.com the same way you have been judging our Monster Jam truck drivers. And we're going to see which one of them has the very best trick. So, Des Moines, Casey Center, who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
That's right, Monster Jam fans. Coming up first from Marietta, California, it's Taylor Eddins. He's been with Monster Jam for the past 3 seasons, and he loves coming out here. He started off racing, and now he does freestyle. Let's see what he does for us once again here in Des Moines.
Scoring is now open. Scan the code and lock it in. And then let me hear you give it up for Taylor Eddins.
That's right. Take a look up at that super glue glued to the action replay. Taylor Eddins once again really mastering how to align his body on his sagittal plane. Check it out. completely straight with his arm and both legs while he is suspended in the air in this arena. Taylor, I gotta hand it to you, man. You're getting bigger and better every single time you come out on the track. And Monster Jam fans, you get to score for him just like you did in the two-wheel skills challenge. Was what he just did enough? Let's see. The score for Taylor Eddins is a great score. I think that might be one of the highest I've seen for this rider, 8.323. One more time for Taylor Eddins. Our next competitor is coming in hot all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Please help me welcome Billy Wilson. He's on that Kawasaki 450. He's been riding freestyle for the past 5 years professionally, but fun fact, he comes from a BMX background. He also went pro racing at the age of 13, and he loves to go internationally. One of his favorite places was being able to do freestyle motocross in Dubai, as well as Costa Rica.
Scoring is now open, Des Moines. Make sure to go to judgeszone.com and scroll up that BKT tire and then get loud for Billy Wilson.
That's right, Monster Jam fans. Get that score in right now while you got some time. But check out the super glued to the action replay. Taking his right foot off of the pedal and crossing across his entire body. Not only are these FMX riders talented, but flexible to match. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com. And the score for Billy Wilson is enough for second place, 6.995. One more time for Billy Wilson. Our third competitor is from Paso Robles, California. Please give it up for Dean Pate. He's already taken home one best trick competition win so far this weekend. He's going to see if he can do another on that Kawasaki 450. Similar to Billy Wilson, Dean Pate has also traveled internationally. He's been to 13 different countries, 6 out of 7 continents, right here with Monster Jam.
Scoring is now open, Des Moines. You know what to do. Go to judgeszone.com and lock in those scores now and give it up for Dean Pate.
You know, Jack, I think I want to go ahead and try to give that maneuver its own nickname. I kind of want to call it a back split, because he did a back flip, but then a little bit of a split. Oop, there you go, right there up on the screen. Yesterday, I thought he was going for a heel clicker, but you know, Dean Pate, also one of our most flexible and talented riders, showed off how he can manage to do a little bit of a split, an obtuse angle with both of those legs up on the screen. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com. And the score for Dean Pate is, we've got ourselves a new leader, 9.008. One more time for Dean Pate. Our fourth and final competitor of the best trick competition from Henrietta, Oklahoma. Make some noise for Cody Elkins. He's been with Monster Jam for the past 24 years. Started off on that bike when he was 12 years old. And I asked him what got him started. He said it's because he has some awesome parents. Fun fact about this young man is that he is the first person to ever jump a flying airplane. Much of a daredevil, if you ask me. And also on top of that, he has a Guinness record right now. Let's see what Cody Elkins does for us.
Scoring is now open. Head on over to judgeszone.com and slide that BKT tire up or down to lock in those scores for Cody Elkins.
That's right, Monster Jam fans. Make sure you get that score in for our final competitor. So far this weekend, Dean Pate has taken home one win, and so has Cody Elkins. Check out the biggest whip that we've seen here this weekend from the superstar. It's moves like that that has earned him a Guinness World Record award, but let's see if that was enough to impress you at judgeszone.com. The score for Cody Elkins is, looks like it was 9.356. Cody Elkins is your best trick competition winner.
Des Moines, Iowa. Do you want a little bit more? Do you want to see what else we got? I'm glad you said that, because we're going to send them all one right after the other. All right, Des Moines. Let's try it one more time. You want to see him do it again? I said, do you want to see him do it again? All right, let's get all 4 of these FMX superstars in the air. Do you want to see him do it one more time, Des Moines? Then we need to hear you say one more time. One more time. The louder you get, the higher they fly.
All right, Des Moines, Iowa, I need you to make some noise one more time for our freestyle motocross riders. In the house, we got Taylor Eddins, Billy Wilson, Dean Pate, and your best trick competition winner, Cody Elkins. Let's show them some love.
Monster Jam fans, let's hear it again for Cody Elkins, your FMX Best Trick Competition winner. Cody, you have ridden all over the world, but it still has to feel super fun whenever you get to come in front of a great crowd like the one here today in Des Moines.
Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun. You know, I'm 44 years old and I'm still having a blast. And the reason why I get to have a blast is thanks to all of you guys. You guys are amazing. Big time amazing. Like, honestly, big shout out to all you parents out there in the stands, because I had parents just like you that was bringing me out, you know, just like you were bringing your kids out here to be entertained, be inspired. And my parents were just crazy enough that, man, they told me that I could be anything I wanted to be as long as I was willing to work hard enough for it and never give up on it. And that's the same for every kid out there. You guys can be anything you want to be as long as you're willing to work hard enough for it and never give up on it. Man, it's good thanks to them, my parents, and, you know, my good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for letting me do this for 24 years now. It's been a blast.
That's so cool to hear. And I know there's a lot of kids here you mentioned here with your parents, or with their parents, I should say. What advice do you have for them if they want to become an FMX rider just like you?
Oh, man, honestly, just start small. Wear the right gear, you know, because you can't progress if you're not safe. But start small and have fun. No matter what you want to do, as long as you're having fun, doing it, you're going to progress, you're going to get better. So, you know, just keep that love inside you going by having fun. If you're having fun, you're going to be good at it. And that doesn't matter what you want to do. As long as you have fun with it, you're going to be good at it.
Great advice for just about anything, really. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another big round of applause, your FMX Best Trick Competition winner, Cody Elkins. We have reached the pinnacle of today's event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle. Scoring is now open, Des Moines. Scan the code, lock it in, and then get it out for Alex Barden in Earthshaker.
Alex Barden kicking it off strong in the freestyle competition, throwing that dump truck up in the air from side to side and then landing on all four BKT tires. Alex Barden, you never cease to amaze us here at Monster Jam with how much effort you put in behind the wheel of that Monster Jam truck. Let's see what you gave him at judgeszone.com. A great first score, 6.812. That is your score to beat. One more time for Alex Barden. Check out the replay up on the video board. Big air up onto the pod in that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, and then turning the corner as fast as he possibly could from another angle with another big jump up on the pod. So much action right here, only at Monster Jam. In just a bit, we're going to keep things rolling along for the freestyle competition. Looks like we got Velociraptor coming out next. Cliff Turner behind the wheel. Des Moines, Iowa. Let's show him some love.
Scoring is now open, Des Moines. Let me see you lock those scores in now. And then get out for Cliff Turner and Velociraptor.
We had the opportunity to check in yesterday with Velociraptor's driver, Cliff Turner. We were talking a little bit about him being on his rookie season here on Arena Championship Series West, and he was saying he's starting to feel even more comfortable each week behind the wheel of that Monster Jam truck. And I gotta say, Cliff, it's definitely showing in your execution on the track. But did the fans love it too? That's the question of the day. The score for Velociraptor is 7.002. A great score. We've got ourselves a new leader and new score to beat. One more time for Velociraptor. Our next competitor already took a bite out of the track with one competition win. Can she take home another one? Let's make some noise for Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
is now open, Des Moines. I need you to lock those scores in now and then get those big jaws of life out as you get loud for Angelina Knock in Megalodon.
Angelina Knock took us for a wild ride, or should I say wild swim, in that wild shark. Check it out, going into a bicycle. I don't even think she meant to do that. I'm pretty sure she was going for some revolutions of donuts on that side of the track. But as we said earlier, the dirt this weekend is very, very tacky. So those Monster Jam tires are sticking to the dirt for every one of these maneuvers. Scores are now locked at judgeszone.com. And the score for Megalodon is... We've got ourselves another new leader, 8.454. One more time for Megalodon.
Monster Jam fans, we're having a great time here, aren't we today? I'm hanging out with my pals here, Drake and Adonis. We're talking about how much fun we were having during freestyle. I just sometimes crush it, sometimes they crash it. And I want to see if you're good at predicting who's going to crush it and who's going to crash it. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a video up on the board. We're going to stop it halfway through, and you have to tell us whether you think the truck is going to crush it or crash it. Let's take a look up at the video board now as we got Ringling Bailey Circuit up on the pod, now in a precarious position. Crush it or crash it? Drake, what do you think?
Crush it.
Crush it is the guess. Let's see if that's what happens. It was a crash. Crashed it there, Drake. But you know what, Des Moines? I think Drake deserves something for coming up here and giving it a whirl. What do you guys think? Everyone seems to agree. Well, Drake, I saw you were here with your family. I know after I'm done at a Monster Jam event with my family, I'm hungry. And there's nothing better when you're hungry than Texas Roadhouse. So I got you this gift certificate for $50 to Texas Roadhouse. You can take the family out, and you know what? If you want to get desserts only, that's totally fine. Mom and Dad, they'll let you do it, I hope. But take them out to Texas Roadhouse. That's my favorite place to go after a fun event of Monster Jam. Let's hear it one more time for Drake. Let's hear it for Texas Roadhouse. And who's ready for more Monster Jam?
If you're in the mood for a hearty hand-cut steak and tasty made-from-scratch sides, head on down to Texas Roadhouse for legendary food and legendary service. Download the Texas Roadhouse mobile app to join the wait list, and be sure to scan the QR code right up there on the video board tonight for a free appetizer. Coming up next, it's our three-time International Series champion and reigning World Finals Freestyle champion. Get loud for Blake Granger, Monster Dalmatian. Looks like he might be lining up for that Morgan and Morgan backflip. And he lands it and demonstrates his technical skill, popping up effortlessly once again on the nose of the puppy dog.
Scoring's open, but Blake Granger, you are a madman. Des Moines, I need you to make some noise for your World Freestyle Champion, Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
I gotta hand it to Blake Granger. He always remains pretty calm behind the wheel of that Monster Jam truck. He tore up the nose on it, and he showed you just how it's done when you go for the Morgan & Morgan backflip. But was that enough for the top spot? Scores are locked at judgeszone.com, and the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.600. That is your new score to beat right here for the freestyle competition. Check out the super glue glued to the action replay, big air, throwing the puppy dog to and fro and landing in a little bit of a slap wheelie. And once again, that Morgan & Morgan backflip, perfect execution as he lands on all fours and pops it right back up again on those front two BKT paws. We got more action coming up next, celebrating 25 years since the debut of that crazy bull. It's our 2025 Fall Stadium Series champion. Please help me welcome Armando Castro, El Toro
Score now and give it up for that big old bull. Everybody lock him in. Let's hear it for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Armando Castro was on a roll, just sending that Monster Jam truck up and over the pod. And then that last maneuver, check it out, that sky wheelie, and then boom, lands right on those back two BKT tires in the Monster Jam truck. He says it all the time. It is not easy, but look at that big air. Des Moines, Iowa, did you like what you saw? Make sure you get that score in for Armando Castro. We gotta see who's gonna take home the freestyle competition. Right now, Monster Mutt Dalmatian is in the lead with 9.600. As scores continue to tabulate, we're turning on over right now to see what the score for El Toro Loco is. Let's take a look at the video board. Enough for third place, still a great score, 8.320. One more time for El Toro Loco.
We're having a great Monster Jam with the freestyle, aren't we? What a good time. You know, we have a new member of the Monster Jam family, Bailey Circuit, and Bailey Circuit has all sorts of questions for us, the Monster Jam fans. We have what's called Bailey Wonders. Bailey, what are you wondering today?
Who hits the ground harder, a Monster Jam truck
So Bailey's asking us, what hits the ground harder, a Monster Jam truck or a Ringling Acrobat? Well, we just saw a Monster Jam truck hit the ground. Let me ask you, Des Moines, who thinks it's a Ringling Acrobat? Like no one in Des Moines. Who thinks it's a Monster Jam truck? After what we just saw, I don't blame you. But you know what, Bailey? You're the one that knows. What's the answer? What does hit the ground harder?
The Monster Jam truck hits way harder. It can land with over 100,000 pounds of force. That's like a herd of elephants. A Ringling Acrobat only hits with a few thousand pounds of force. Winner, Monster Jam truck.
Des Moines, you definitely know your Monster Jam trucks. I mean, look at that big hole in the ground after the whale Toro Loco hit it, am I right? But we've got even more action for all of you. Who's ready for more Monster Jam?
Des Moines, thanks to all of your generous donations for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Once again, we have raised over $61,000 now this season. We started the weekend at 57, but thanks to all of you, we've been really doing a great job. That's right, yeah, a round of applause for that. We are all working together for a larger cause, and that's to help fight childhood cancer. And I gotta hand it to you, we have our St. Jude ambassador of the event, and it goes to Angelina Knock in Megalodon. She's on a roll this weekend. Let's show her some love. Put your hands together for our Daredevil Diva one more time. Turn your attention back on up to the video board. We're going to take a look at the competition so far. We've got Monster Dalmatian, the only Monster Jam truck to have crossed that 9-point threshold, 9.600, the highest score for freestyle that he's received this weekend. It's no secret how talented he is, but right behind him, Megalodon and El Toro Loco. This is actually really interesting to see. They're not that far apart as far as the score goes, but Megalodon has really been inching further and further up the totem pole against her fellow competitors. And there you have it, rounding out the top 5, Velociraptor and Earthshaker as well. But we still have some more freestyle action coming up. Our next competitor of the freestyle competition from Williamsport, Maryland, our 2024 Arena West champion, it's Matt Cody, Gravedigger. A great first start to the freestyle round, but I have some unfortunate news. Keep in mind that as far as the judging criteria goes, each driver must complete at least 15 seconds of their run to qualify for a score at judgeszone.com. So unfortunately, Gravedigger will not be receiving a score for Monster Jam Freestyle this afternoon. I know that's not how he wanted to end his weekend in Des Moines, Iowa. But Monster Jam fans, let's actually pump them up a little bit, show them some love. Put your hands together one more time for Matt Cody. Keep those smartphones out, Monster Jam fans. We still have a little more freestyle action. If you didn't get the opportunity to scan that QR code earlier for a free appetizer at Texas Roadhouse, there it is once again on the video board. I gotta say, Monster Jam fans, I went to Texas Roadhouse last night and it was spectacular as usual. So many options from steak to pork chops, salmon, shrimp, and more. Scan the QR code for that free appetizer because Texas Roadhouse is the place to be right here in Des Moines, Iowa. Check it out, Monster Jam fans. It is our Triceratops on the series. One of the first 3D bodies on a Monster Jam truck, piloted by Tim Hall Jr. Jurassic Attack. Let's make some noise, Monster Jam fans. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com, but let's hear it first for Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Go ahead and score right now at judgeszone.com for our Triceratops. Tim Hall Jr. did a really great job at keeping consistent throughout the freestyle competition, sending that Monster Jam truck to and fro. Keep in mind, one of the first parts of the criteria is use of all areas of the ramp, and that's exactly what he did. Scores are now locked at judgeszone.com, and the score for Jurassic Attack is... And up for fourth place, a great score, Tim, not 8.141. Monster Jam fans, give it up one more time for Jurassic Attack. I've just received word that unfortunately we will not be seeing our final competitor due to some breakage in the back, which means your freestyle winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Looks like Blake Granger is taking home another freestyle competition win of the series, now totaling 17. But your BKT overall event champion is, once again, El Toro Loco. That's right, Armando Castro was a finalist in the JCB Racing competition, and he received 6 points in the 2 Ill Skills Challenge as well as freestyle, total of 19 points. Monster Jam fans, since Saturday afternoon, we have had 3 events here in Des Moines, Iowa. El Toro Loco, Armando Castro, has taken home all 3 of the BKT overall event championships this weekend. We'll have the opportunity to hear from him in just a moment. Now he's at 15 total for the season. Give it up for him one more time, Monster Jam fans.
Armando Castro, 3 for 3, swept the weekend. Once again, I'm handing you a BKT overall event championship, and you have closed the gap on the series leader. You're 50 points away from possibly being that #1 spot.
Yeah, you know, back in 2024, I was on tour with Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger, you know, one of the original Andersons. Such an iconic last name. And we were behind in points, and we came back at the very end. It literally came down to the last event in Denver, Colorado Springs, and we're able to take our very first Arena Series championship, man. It would mean the world if I can do it again. It's going to be tough. Blake Granger's in our #1 spot. He's very consistent. I'm going to try my best to come out here and take that #1 spot, but he's not going to make it easy on me. Win or lose, man, we just hope we get invited out to Monster Jam World Finals and have fun. Just like he passed this thing down to my hands, I'm going to pass it down to the real champions here tonight and this weekend. And it's my boy Daniel and my boy right here. These guys are the real heroes of Monster Jam. These technicians are always busting their tail behind the scenes, making sure these Monster Jam trucks are running each 110% for you Monster Jam fans to come out here and tear it down. I got to go home. These guys got to stay here the weekend and fly to the next weekend and get it all ready to go for again. But I thank you guys enough for coming out. This was my first time in Des Moines, Iowa. I had so much fun. We left our mark. We swept the weekend. More than anything, thank you guys for supporting and filling those seats. We love you guys. Hope to come back again. Arriba los Latinos, we love you. If you had fun at Monster Jam, make some noise!
And of course, Blake Granger. They always say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You came through, you got a very fun win in freestyle. Always a treat to get to see you do that.
100%, man. You know, it's crazy. Last year, right here in Des Moines, we won almost all the events, and we had a great weekend. And this year, it just wasn't our weekend. But you know what? That's part of Monster Jam, man. You never know what's going to happen. And that's what's so cool about battling for a championship. It's any man's game or lady at any time. Hats off to Angelina, man, taking that two-wheel skills win. That girl's on fire, man, and it's so awesome to watch. She pulled out her maybe first or second combo of the year, the biggest sky wheelie I may ever seen. So hats off to you, girl. But hey, did you guys have fun in Monster Jam? Let me hear you. Yeah. And I've been waiting all weekend to ask this one question. Where my dogs at? Who?
Let's hear Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.